Hello, hi, it's Liz here, and today I'm back with the full deck challenge run by Shanuki Art on YouTube, and there is also a full deck challenge Facebook group. I'm a little bit behind with my cards, but I am just going to stick with it and eventually maybe catch up. So I'm at number 17, which is blending. Little collection's coming along nicely, I think. All different. I like this one. I like them all, and I like this one. Anyway, so blending, I have got my card and I've got some of my chalk inks. I found this little image in my Artist Almanac from 2023. You get lots of little pages. I started off using it in a journal because they're dated, and then I stopped, and so now I'm just going to try and use them up as and when. So I was thinking of going along the lines of these pastel colours, which is why I've got my chalk inks. The plan is, I think, to just blend, so the prompt is blending, so I'm going to blend these colours, I think, together one way or the other, and then maybe cut her out as a focal point. And I've got a few wee bits and bobs here to maybe add a little bit of a mini collage somewhere. So let's see how that goes. But first of all, I want to put gesso on this so that my inks will dry, because that's coated and shiny, and this would just sit on the top and wouldn't dry or blend in. So we are going to, because I did give it a little swipe over the Joker card and it just doesn't do anything, it just sits on the top. I tried the green just as a little experiment so that I would know whether the paint would dry, the ink would dry. So let's just get some gesso on this. This is PBO transparent gesso. I have had this tub for as long as I can remember. So it does last a long time. And we'll just put a wee layer on there. It dries pretty quick, so we'll just leave it to the side there and put that over there, lid back on, and in the meantime we can cut around our little girly there. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the crown. I don't think I am. I think I think she would be too big if we kept the crown on. So I think I'm just going to cut around her bunches. Just roughly doing some ins and outs. It's always easier to move the paper or the image that you're cutting out than to move your scissors. I'm not sure how much of our neck we'll need, but certainly we don't need that date, that Tuesday, May the 9th. We don't need that. I might want to round off in fact, I'll just trim a bit off, so we won't round off. I was thinking that might be, I wonder if we ever do cards horizontally. Anyway, now, is this dry? Not quite. going to take a little more minute, a little minute more even. Let's think what we might do here. So I picked out some kind of peachy coloured, orangey coloured things. I've got a little postage stamp and this postage stamp, which I think we will just trim around a little bit. Sometimes I do like to use the ones with the bits of envelopes with the mail stamp on them, and other times I just like to use I'm just trimming it down a wee bit more. Not doing a good job. There we are. That's okay. That will do. Oops. And I've got this little piece of something or other which says 1907 model, but just because it said model, I thought maybe she looks a wee bit like a model. So maybe somehow, and then I've got this little, got that little butterfly somewhere. Maybe. And then I've got these paint chips, and I thought this dark burnt orangey Charlotte's Locks. I wonder who Charlotte was. One of the people that work in the paint place. Maybe know a Charlotte. Just trim off the excess a little bit. I like these paints that have got funny names. We'll probably cover that up a wee bit. Maybe something like that for a little cluster on. How's this doing? Still a little bit wet. Maybe I put it on too thick. Let's just dry it off a little bit. I'm sure it will be enough on it now. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to be blending anyway. Right, so we've got our little bits. We've got our girly there. Let's see. So I tried to pick out the colours that's in our hair. I think we'll start with the dark at the top there. Let me just get some paper to do that on, and maybe we'll just, I can tell my fingers are going to get messy with this if I blend the edges together. Well, it's, do you know, it's fine, it's doing it on its own. It's kind of blending. Maybe the green next. I've had these chalk inks. These are Versa Magic chalk inks. They're really quite handy. And then we'll maybe do another dark blue, night sky. Right, well that blends quite easily. was quite pale, and I think I'm going to go over that green a little bit as well. There. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Right, so I think maybe we will put her maybe towards one side there, like that, and just cut that bit off. And then I think we will, maybe this is too big. No, maybe not. Maybe not enough room for this. I quite like that. It's just peeking through and no more, all the little bits. So we'll get that down first. So we'll put Charlotte's locks down. Just going to use my glue stick. It's a pretty stick. And I've got my little piece of fabric to do a little tab. Right, so I've got that, and then we'll put this off the edge. Let's see how we're doing. Yep, we're doing okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, liking that. And I'm going to go with this. You don't see much of the blending, but enough to know that it's there, I think. Yeah, happy with that. Okay, so this, because I've always put a little fabric tab on. So we'll get our fabric tab from here. I think we'll just use one piece of this. Oh, my tummy's rumbling. Did you hear that there? That was loud. Oh my goodness. Need to have a wee bit lunch. I think we'll maybe put it up there. Oh, lost in the depths of the side, the space at the side of the desk, to be found the next time the desk gets used as a dining room table and gets moved. Anyway, we'll just use this other piece. So we'll just take that down, and then I think maybe I'll take it to the sewing machine and go round the edges. Haven't done that for a couple of weeks. So we'll start doing that again. Give it a wee stitch round this one, I think. Right, we didn't use our little butterfly. Yeah, so a little stitch round that. Oh, and I need my numbers on the back. So this is number 17. So I've got my Ransom Notes sticker book, and there's numbers at the back. So a 1. There's a nice little blue one. Have we got an orange one? No. Use this blue one. 1 and 7. There's a nice little 7 there. In fact, that one looks like a 7. Right, and I've got my eyelets, but I will take it to the sewing machine and yeah, be back. Okay, just a little plain stitch round the edge. Made a little difference, I think. A little bit wonky, but not to worry. Okay, so now we need a hole punched for our eyelet somewhere in the middle, about there. Okay, and let's see, I don't have an orange. Do we want a yellow one? Let's see if we want a yellow one. Yeah, that's not bad. There's a teal. That's not bad as well. Or just a black or a silver. I think we'll go with the yellow. Here's a purpley. Oh, the purple's quite nice. That's a wee bit of a contrast. I think I'm going to go with the purple. There's purple ones too. That's a darker purple. Oh, I like that one. That's more of a matte finish. Those ones are shiny. Oh, excuse me. It's the little things. Right. And a nice firm press. Yep, a squished back. Good. So I think that's us. Yes, I'm liking that one. Yes, she's a good addition to the pile. I think I'll need to be starting a new ring soon. I don't know how it would be if they go like all the way round. Don't know. See when we get there. Okay, so thanks for joining me today. If you've enjoyed the video, a thumbs up would be great, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.